My girlfriend called me insecure about her guy friends. She told me to stop being pathetic. I grinned and said, fine, let them cover your rent. Days later, I signed a lease out of state, and she lost it when my promotion excluded her. Hey Reddit, it's time to spill this tale. This story's been simmering in my mind for a while. 3 years wasted on someone who thought constant texting with her college buddies was fine. I learned the hard way where I stood in her world. What began as late-night laughs and just friends claims turned into my coldest, smartest move ever.
Here's how it all started.
I'm 28, male, and was with Samantha, 26, for 3 years, cohabiting for 1. For the first 2 years, things were solid. We had typical couple moments, Netflix marathons, shared cooking, debates over bathroom cleaning duties. Nothing wild, just stable, which I now see was the calm before chaos. 6 months ago, she decided to reconnect with her college crew. By crew, I mean 3 guys, David, Lucas, and Victor. No women, just these dudes and my girlfriend acting like it's a campus reunion tour.
At first, I didn't mind.
People have friends, so go reminisce about dorm days and cheap noodles. But this wasn't occasional coffee catch-ups. She became glued to her phone like it was part of her body. During movies, it was buzz after buzz. I'm trying to follow the plot, and she's giggling like a teen at her screen.
Dinner?
Same deal. She'd prop her phone against the salt shaker to keep texting. Bedtime? Forget it, 11 p.m., I'm winding down, she's typing like she's managing a crisis hotline. I gave it time, thinking it was just a phase of rekindling old ties.
People swap stories, then move on, right?
Wrong, it didn't fade, it intensified. 2 months ago, I finally spoke up. I kept it light, hey, the constant phone stuff is a bit much. Can we dial it back when we're together? That was it, bare minimum. She squinted at me like I'd asked her to donate a lung. You're jealous of my guy friends? That's so controlling. The way she stretched controlling felt like a slap, labeling me a possessive jerk for wanting her attention. I work 50-hour weeks in logistics, coming home drained, craving quality time. She's in remote marketing, setting her own hours, napping at 2 p.m. if she wants. But texting David about his love life took priority over one uninterrupted dinner with me. After that talk, she didn't slow down, she doubled her efforts. It was like she wanted to prove she could do whatever she wanted. Suddenly, she had Wednesday game nights, Saturday brunches, random Tuesday hangouts with them. She'd invite me, but with that tone, you know, the come if you must, but you'll regret it vibe. It was a warning disguised as an invite. I'm not clueless. I know when I'm not wanted versus when someone's covering their bases. The red flags were glaring. She thought she was clever, but she was just showing me my place in her priorities. Spoiler, below David's drama, Lucas's job rants, and Victor's travel plans. The real issue wasn't even the guys, it was the principle. If I spent all night texting 3 women, laughing, she'd lose it. I'd be called disrespectful, disloyal, you name it. But when she did it, I was insecure for caring. Classic double standard. She even said, they're like my brothers. Sure, my actual sisters don't FaceTime me at midnight about Tinder matches. Brothers don't send you up? Texts. Every time she chose her phone over me, I detached a bit more. Not with anger, just mentally noting every time she picked them over me. Those moments stacked up fast. I was done feeling like an extra in her life. Her time was for FaceTime calls, not our relationship. I don't beg for attention or chase people who can't look up from their screens. If that's controlling, so be it. I'd rather control my life than be sidelined by her priorities. Samantha had no clue the timer was running out. A week later, my boss called me into his office. He's a no-nonsense guy, so when he asked me to shut the door, I knew it was big. He said, we're opening a distribution center 2 states over, management roles.
You're our top pick, he added.
I sat there, absorbing it. Operations manager, 40% raise, full relocation package, everything I'd worked for. My first thought wasn't, how do I tell Samantha? It was, she won't even look up from her phone to hear this. I nodded, thanked him, shook his hand like a pro. Inside, I saw the exit sign over my relationship. That night, I came home buzzing with excitement. Not from coffee or traffic, but from leveling up my life. I walked in, ready to share the news, expecting a big couple moment. Guess what I found? Samantha sprawled on the couch, FaceTiming David. Of course, it was David, laughing over some 45-minute inside joke. I dropped my bag, sat, waited, 10 minutes, 15, 20. She didn't glance my way. That was it. Telling her felt like shouting into a void. Instead of begging for her focus, I watched her give her night to someone else. I leaned back, smirked, and thought, not anymore. That phrase hit like a switch. She'd asked if I was jealous of her guys. I'd mumbled something before, but now my answer was clear. Not anymore. Jealousy implies competition, and I was done competing. I didn't mention the promotion or drop hints. The next morning, I accepted the job. During lunch, I signed relocation papers. I planned my move like a covert operation. Apartment viewings were booked for my days off. Movers were scheduled, lease was month to month, 30 days notice was all I needed. I wasn't just leaving, I was upgrading. Samantha kept up her routine. David needed daily therapy sessions. Lucas had work crises requiring her constant input. Victor needed her help planning trips for hours. My girlfriend, the unpaid assistant to 3 grown men who didn't pay her bills. I'd come home, see her glued to her group chat, and smile. Every second on her phone made my choice easier. 3 weeks later, I'd given notice to the landlord, movers booked, new place secured. I held this life-changing news like a winning poker hand. Then she blew it up herself. My sister Lauren posted on Instagram, "So proud of my brother. Can't wait to visit you in New York."
A sweet family post, right?
Wrong. It lit Samantha's panic fuse. Scrolling her feed, she saw Lauren's post and froze. Her face paled like she'd been caught in a lie. "What's Lauren talking about?" she asked.
I shrugged, calm as ever. "Oh, I got promoted."
"Moving for work." Her voice cracked like a dropped glass.
"Moving?
"When were you going to tell me?" "I tried 3 weeks ago, you were busy." Her expression was gold, like her world just crashed. "This is crazy, you can't just move."
"What about us?" I stayed cool. "What about us?"
"You've shown me your priorities." She stammered, "Because I have friends?" "Because your friends get 90% of your time, while I get scraps."
Her jaw dropped.
Right when I thought she'd get it, she grabbed her phone. Mid-argument, she started typing, eyes locked on me. "Seriously texting now?"
I asked.
"I need advice, this is wild," she said.
"From who?"
"David, Lucas, Victor." That was the final nail. No yelling, just proof I wasn't her priority. I leaned back, smirked, and said, "Cool. Maybe they've got a couch for you." The apartment's in my name, always has been. I gave notice, "You've got 30 days. Her phone froze in her hand, torn between texting and tears. I grabbed a beer, sat back, and savored the silence. The quiet was something I hadn't realized I'd missed. 2 nights later, a knock at the door. I thought it was a delivery, wrong. Samantha stood there with David, Lucas, and Victor behind her. I leaned on the doorframe, beer in hand. "Well, this looks like a low-budget boy band reunion."
Samantha scowled.
David puffed up like he was defending her honor. Lucas and Victor looked like they regretted coming. "We need to talk," Samantha said. "We or this whole Scooby-Doo crew."
I replied. David jumped in.
"Bro, blindsiding her like this is messed up." I told her, she was too busy texting to notice. Lucas tried next. "You're overreacting, she just has friends."
Healthy?
"Her bedtime routine is FaceTiming you 3 while I'm ignored." Victor got serious. "You can't hurt our little sister like this." I nearly choked on my beer.
Little sister?
Siblings don't FaceTime at midnight with inside jokes. They shifted awkwardly. Samantha muttered, "You're twisting it." "No, I'm quoting it, big difference."
David tried again. "She needs support, you've been distant." Distant?
"I brought home dinner after a 12-hour shift, and she ignored me for your heartbreak story." Lucas snapped, "You sound jealous." "Jealousy's for competitors. I stopped competing weeks ago." Samantha's voice broke. "You can't throw away 3 years."
3 years of what?
"Competing with your phone."
She cried harder. David stepped forward.
"That's cold, she deserves better."
"Cool, she's yours."
"Enjoy being her therapist while she scrolls TikTok." Lucas muttered, "You're an ass." "Thanks, you've been telling her that for months, right?" Victor tugged her arm. "Let's go, Sam, he's not worth it." Finally, we agreed on something. I looked at Samantha, calm. "Lease is in my name, 30 days to figure it out." David wanted to argue, but Samantha just cried.
She switched to begging.
"I'll change, set boundaries, I didn't realize." "You didn't realize because you were texting."
That's a choice. Then she snapped.
You're insecure, controlling, that's why I talk to them. Awesome. Take your brothers and build a life.
I'm building mine.
The guys muttered and left, looking deflated. Samantha lingered, whispering, "You'll regret this." Nah, I regret not doing it sooner. I shut the door, and the silence felt like freedom.
Moving day was chaos.
I'd rented a truck, hired movers for the heavy stuff. Everything was packed, labeled, organized. I don't half-ass things. Then Samantha showed up in a beat-up U-Haul. Her mom, David, Lucas, and Victor trailed behind.
I laughed.
The Avengers assembled. Who's Captain America today? Samantha ignored me. We're moving my stuff too, it's easier. Except you forgot to pack, I said, pointing at my boxes.
Some of that's mine, she claimed.
I pulled out my phone, receipts for everything. Coffee table, bookshelf, couch, TV, all mine. She pointed at my gaming chair. I used that too. You use the toilet, doesn't mean it's yours.
The mover snorted.
David folded his arms. Don't be petty, she gave you 3 years. 3 years of being a spectator while she texted you.
Her mom stepped in.
You can't throw away 3 years, be reasonable.
Reasonable?
I worked 50 hours a week, paid bills, while she played therapist. Samantha blocked the movers. Don't take that couch, it's mine too. The lead mover looked at me, I nodded to load it.
Victor tried.
She deserves something. She deserves a medal for tanking a relationship by Wi-Fi. The movers kept working. Samantha yelled, David postured, but no one acted.
She tried guilt.
You'll regret being alone in that new state. I handed the keys to the landlord and said, you've got 30 days.
Her mom gasped. David looked faint, Samantha sobbed.
I climbed into the truck, watching them in the rear view. Samantha cried into her mom's shoulder. David patted her back. Lucas and Victor looked like they wanted to vanish. It was cinematic, like a villain's defeat. The movers finished fast while Samantha argued over furniture. Driving off, I felt relief, not sadness. 8 hours on the road, windows down, no buzzing phones. I pulled into my new apartment's lot, sun setting. The corner unit smelled of fresh paint and possibility. Unpacking was therapy, no noise, just quiet. Each box unpacked shed the weight of my old life. By the time I set up the TV, I felt free. Monday, I started as operations manager. My team welcomed me like I was running the show. Lunch with the boss felt like a victory lap. Meanwhile, Samantha's world was crumbling. She couch surfed at Kayla's, but got kicked out for not paying rent. Her job cut hours, she was too busy texting to work. Her group chat drama leaked via mutual friends' screenshots. Her sweet girlfriend image shattered. Lucas got a girlfriend and ditched her game nights. Victor moved away for work. David started dating and ghosted her too. She went from queen bee to unwanted roommate. Poetic, she traded me for guys who bailed when life got real. I was thriving, new gym, short commute, neighbors who made eye contact. Morning runs, coffee from the local cafe, a reset life. Then there was Nancy from accounting, new to the city. We grabbed coffee, talked for 45 minutes, no phone interruptions. Her attention felt like a revelation after Samantha's neglect. Samantha posted a sob story online about toxic men. Comments called her out for texting her brothers non-stop. Her credibility tanked, and her guys were gone. She was alone, and I didn't lift a finger. Her parents tried next. Her mom called, fake sweet, saying I abandoned her daughter.
I grinned.
I don't owe her anything, maybe she can move back with you. Her dad tried the be a man angle. A real man doesn't let his girlfriend FaceTime other guys all night.
He hung up fast.
Samantha stalked my LinkedIn, then her guys did too. They saw my new title, my professional headshot. A week later, she showed up at Lauren's house. Crying, begging for another chance. Lauren shut her down, you made choices, deal with the consequences. Samantha tried a small claims suit for shared property. I flew back, showed receipts, and the judge dismissed it in 10 minutes. Her final move was a 5-page email to my work account. She claimed therapy showed her attention distribution issues. She wanted to move to my state, start fresh. I forwarded it to Nancy, we laughed over wine. She's writing a college essay for no one, Nancy said. I replied, don't contact me again, best wishes. I blocked her email, then her LinkedIn. Her desperation wasn't sad, it was pathetic. She burned every bridge, then begged the guy she ignored. At a cafe with Nancy, Samantha appeared, Overdressed, rattled.
You left me for her? She's a rebound.
Nancy sipped her latte, unfazed. You weren't the main act, just the warm-up, I said. She claimed therapy fixed her, begged to fix us. You couldn't fix dinner without texting 3 guys. She got loud, making a scene. I was scared of intimacy, they were distractions. You built your life around them, and they ditched you. Her smugness collapsed, she stormed out. At a networking mixer, Lucas and Victor approached. No hard feelings?
Victor asked. I smirked. Which part?
The intervention or the moving day circus? They admitted Samantha was too much, said they cut her off. Even David bailed when he got a girlfriend. I raised my glass. She lost everyone and still plays victim. Walking home with Nancy, I felt done. Samantha wanted an audience, but her show was cancelled. She said I'd regret leaving, but Nancy's eyes on me proved otherwise. The only regret was wasting 3 years on her.
Game over.
If you're hooked, hit that hype button to keep these stories coming.